Air belongs to a new customer, Rob Moon.
Oh, yeah. I love the way it looks. Like, the front end will literally bounce from left to right like a typewriter.
We better go to work.
I would like the car to be as good underneath as it looks on its exterior.
You remember what it looked like when you come in? Come on now, look at that. Everybody knows when I put my hat on, I'm going in for the kill. I'm going in for the kill. So every year we have a car show we like to donate to.
Well, we have 2 weeks to not only find what we're going to donate, but Joe also has to get it ready and painted.
$500. Who give me five? I got $500 bid looking for $1,000.
Want to see your item bring the most money?
Come on, K-Dub, let's build some exhaust tonight.
Don't scratch the paint, don't be clipping wire. Dude, we are so close. Rob Moon's gonna be over the moon. Want to see it?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm Joe Martin. I've been building cars and bikes since I was just a little kid. My team hunts down rusted wrecks.
Oh, we don't work today, Joe, or what?
We knock out the ugly and put in the cool. And turn these buckets of rust into street art. This is Iron Resurrection. This 57 Chevy Bel Air belongs to a new customer of ours, Rob Moon. It's a nice looking car, man.
So we got us a red 57.
Yeah, hard top.
So when I got it, it had a big, beautiful engine in it. Beautiful paint job, but it was almost undrivable.
Oh. Me and Caleb took a ride in it before we took it apart.
A little wobbly.
It is, man. And it's kind of scary.
The car would literally bounce all over the road when you drove it. It would get your heart racing.
Damn. When it came in, the back half of this frame had been narrowed and chopped up. Hey, look at the body, man. The welds looked a little iffy. I'm surprised Chad couldn't even look at it. Do you think any part of that weld penetrated? The frame definitely wasn't up to snuff.
We were drinking
guys
not
like this,
good.
man. Look at that. You guys are lucky to be alive. So we just decided to swap out the old frame.
It's going to roll now. Whew. Game over.
Kato finished up the metal work on this 57, mainly in the back end where everything was kind of butchered up. One of the upgrades of this 57 is this one's getting a new exhaust. So Cato's gonna fabric new stainless steel, get it tucked up by the frame. The car will be able to ride low with the exhaust tucked up in there. And the sound of the stainless, I can't wait to hear it.
Come on, Kato.
I'm getting ready to do the exhaust on this 57.
Get right on, baby.
As you can see, I kind of started on this back part already. And I did this side first, and then I'll finish this side so it matches that side.
You may forget what it was.
Messing up the concentration, man.
No, I'm not mess with it.
Way to keep the big block 502 in this thing. Look at all the chrome.
That's kind of badass, actually.
502. 502. Nice. Seems to be a perfect fit for this car. It's gonna still sound mean, but with the new exhaust, it's definitely gonna have a cleaner sound. And definitely K-Dub's welding job is going to be a bigger improvement from what we saw previously.
Chad, he's been talking all day, man.
I'm trying to do my best impersonation of Mike Z.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to talk as much as you talk today.
Hey, man, it feels pretty good, don't it?
I'm tired of
Come on, K-Dub, let's build some exhaust tonight.
Babe, do you see anything? Well, the boneyard has shrunk. I'm running out of space here.
So every year we have a car show we like to donate to.
I haven't found anything. Have you?
Nothing that won't take 2 years to fix up.
I know. We go to Cruising Southern Style in Marksville, Louisiana, and their donation of choice is St. Jude, which is a children's cancer hospital.
Let's raise some money for charity for this beautiful saddle car.
So the previous years, we always try to do something different. One of our favorites that we did for this event was a pedal car. It actually brought really good money.
45 years in man, not 47 here. 5,000.
Last year we did a pair of doors,
Old patina doors, did the logos on there.
and I think they brought $5,000.
It's a good cause. We love doing it. Fortunately, these items bring a lot of money. We're always looking for something that we can turn into cool car art.
Some of this stuff's just a little too crusty. What we have out here is way, way, way too far gone.
I say we call Art, see what he's got. Maybe you call Shag, you guys run over there and just see if you can find an old pedal car or something.
Okay.
You know, something that's not so beat up.
Well, we have 2 weeks to not only find what we're gonna donate, but Joe also has to get it ready and painted.
I gotta get started on it quick.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna be in trouble. Now that K-Dub's done with this exhaust system, we pretty much wrapped up all the fab work on this car. Now it's time to separate it from the frame, send the frame off powder coat.
I got that numb thumb on it, dog. It's coming out.
First, we need to take the hood off. And then it's just fenders, core support, grill.
Are you taking this whole piece off with the grill at one time?
If it will,
Come on up, dog.
go down the list until it's all off.
Oh, okay, look at it.
Yeah.
This thing holds the whole car together. Don't let it fall apart. I'm not gonna let it fall apart, baby.
One of the ongoing challenges of this car is to not scratch this paint job. Don't scratch the paint, don't be clipping wires.
Hey, we ain't painting this car, right?
Mike, how many times I gotta tell you we're not painting this car?
I've only heard it about 400.
Did I mention that we're not painting this car?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Rob Moon does not want to repaint this car.
I love the paint job. It's a beautiful red, and I don't want to change it. I don't know if that's a stock color you could have gotten in 57, and I don't care because I love the way it looks.
So, hey, K-Dub, did I mention? K-Dub, we're not painting this car, brother.
I lost count how many times Joe's reminded me that we're not painting this car.
Holy crap, Ola, man.
Oh, that's
We're gonna need an electrician to get the grill off.
Don't scratch the paint, don't be clipping wires.
There's always something on every car. This one's the grill. Takes 4 people to take it off.
Yeah. So if we can separate the body from the frame very carefully, just be some minor touch-ups on the inner fender well, and we get the frame sent off the powder coat.
There you go, Joe.
We're so close, but we have a long way to go. Mike, don't scratch it. Don't scratch it.
We ain't painting that car,
Don't
right?
scratch it.
There's Mark.
Hey, what's going on, Shaq?
Hey, Frank Mandy for you. I've always got time.
Well, so, you know, we go to the Cruising Southern Style show every year, and, yeah, so the benefit's St. Jude, and we need something for Joe to create for the auction.
Told Amanda to grab Shag and head out to our buddy Art's place.
Man, that's a wide spectrum of opportunity.
Art's got a lot of cool stuff at his place. He's got cars. We've got stuff in the past for him, pedal cars. I hope he'll have something we can fix up quick and take to the auction. Yeah, it's ready to fall off. Just ready to go. I'll take this off. We'll leave the hinges on for now. I get the feeling we're going to be repainting stuff again.
Quit it, Tommy.
Tommy, don't say that.
There's your louver, Joe.
Look at that fancy. Look at that thing. Yeah, you digging that, Tommy? Oh, that's... Tommy, you better take your eyes off it. Chad.
Velcroed on.
Come here, Chad. It's got Velcro on it?
Yeah.
Chad, look at this, man. Look at this right here, man. Dude.
Why did I think of that?
Soft tappers, too. I'm just jealous because I didn't come up with it first.
That's,
You know what I mean?
that's really what the problem is. We're just jealous.
That's it.
That's all it is.
It is.
So,
Dang. We stripped the 57. Now we got to get the body out one last time.
You ready to cut up?
I think.
Speak to me in Spanish, dog.
See,
See?
All right, we got enough eyes on it?
One more time. All right, let me get to the back.
I need somebody, a director. I'm the driver here.
Bump it. Bump it.
Well, the wheels hadn't moved yet, so that's a good thing.
All right, bump it up.
That frame ain't moving.
Yes.
I think we're good.
If it ain't clear now, man.
It's clear.
We got the Bel Air separated from the frame. A little hectic at first, tearing the front apart, but it all went smooth, got it separated, now we're ready to put it on the rotisserie.
This needs to go on the front.
Okay.
Now we're putting a 57 Bel Air on the rotisserie for Tommy. You ready to come down or what?
Yeah. I mean, look at it, right on the...
Rotisserie king, dog. I'm gonna start my own chicken place. You know, I don't touch these things. They're good for the chickens, but not for the cars. Are we gonna hold this thing or what? You know, these things are flimsy and weak sometimes. It all depends on how you mount them. If these things come loose and they hit the floor, it's a big ugly mess. All right, sit like that, pass it down right there. Yes, sir. You have a very unhappy Joe Martin, and you don't want to see that. It's centered, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think center's pretty important on this thing. Isn't that right, Joe? If you're gonna rotate something, that's pretty close, Kato. This should all be symmetrical on this. Better hurry up if I keep beating on it.
Mike, you scratch it, you patch it, brother.
Scratch it, patch it.
You'll be the one in there sanding. You'll be painting. You'll be buffing.
Just for the record, not going down here, Joe. Don't allow me to sand. But I'm gonna spin it around. Man, we're going a little fast, aren't we? Man,
We're not gonna lose a wheel.
we finally got the body and frame separated for the last time. No damage. Now it's no longer my problem. It's Tommy's.
This place got a little bit of everything.
Man, that's awesome. You don't see those anymore.
No, we're at Arts in New Braunfels.
He's got some gems here. My God.
And right now, this thing, cash cow right here.
Oh, big time.
It's a bit of an eclectic space. You don't see these anymore either.
That's so cool.
Maybe there's a pedal car in here. We really need to find a pedal car quick. Because from today,
Yeah, like under 3 weeks to have it bought, painted, and at the auction.
on the block, in 20 days. The expensive stuff's in here.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
it's going good.
Man, it's been a while.
My name is Art LaChance. I'm retired, sort of.
It looks like it's going busy.
It is busy. I have my own shop on my property, and I build hot rods for fun and customers. It's an addiction and a hobby all in itself.
So we're here hoping that you might have a pedal car.
The last one went about a couple months ago, so I don't have any more left. They're like touch and go. Once they hit, they're gone.
How about this? Do you have anything kind of like a pedal car? I mean, we could do something other than a pedal car.
What do you
Maybe
have?
a hood?
Well, I mean, yeah,
What's it off of?
This one is actually
brand new.
It's brand new and it's still in the box. I like to donate things, and I guess for that good cause, I'm just totally excited about that.
Well, you want to do that for real?
Yeah, how about I just pay it forward?
That would be
Art.
really, really
Dude, that, I
cool.
mean, that almost got me.
As soon as Art heard we were donating the money to St. Jude, he was all in. He ended up giving us the hood for free. Well, this worked out, fellas.
For you?
Thank you. No, for St. Jude. For St. Jude.
By putting it on a rotisserie, it gives me full access. So I can turn the car sideways and actually have it all right there in front of me. And, you know, just getting older, it's easier than trying to work like this. I got the belly done. Basically stripped down all the old seam sealer, ground it out, went ahead and got that in epoxy, re-seam sealed everything. Got it in 2 good coats of bed liner. We'll get it straightened out and then, you know, get that married to the new frame, and that car will be actually drivable.
Rob came in with his 57, and the interior was pretty awful.
It looks like you got plenty of seats. That's what keeps catching my eye.
We are going to work with the seats that are in there.
We need some help here, Justin.
We kind of have somewhat of a budget on this job. We're not trying to go too far, too crazy, but yeah, we want to keep it nice, clean, timeless looking. We're going to take them down, strip them down, see how the foam looks. And it does unclip from the bottom, but it's more fun just to tear it apart because I'm not going to use it. This isn't a re-rag job. It's like, how's your day been? It's like, a lot better now that I get to tear this something. When we get down to the foam, we'll see how good the foam is because it's a molded foam from the factory, and if it's not too old, then we can work off of it as like a base foam. There it is. That's what your molded factory foam looks like. I'll come in here and I'll shave off all this extra bulkiness, and then I'll start building on top of that. If it's crappy foam, then I'll just replace the foam completely and then build August. But I have confidence in this foam here. It's looking real nice.
Man, Tommy, one thing I didn't want to do to this car, put paint on it. But I didn't take into consideration inner fender wells. Caleb did a nice job, man.
Yeah, got clearance for the arms.
Yep.
That's cool. Just color match it.
Color match.
Yeah, it's red.
I thought red was one of the bad ones, like silver. Not for you, bro.
No. As far as the exterior color goes, it's red, so we're going to stick with red. So what I'm going to do is color match the inside so I can do the inside of the inner fenders.
What you want to do is you want to find the cleanest representation of the side color, which is called the hue, opposed to dead on. There's a lot of things that'll match when you have direct light onto a panel, and then you turn it to the side to where it's got a low light effect to it, and it's like a totally different color.
Normally, Amanda and I roll around, but today, it's bring your kid to work day, so I got my son Race rolling with me. All right, man, let's go see this frame. Yes, sir. You ready? So I'm here to pick up the 57 Bel Air frame and take it up to Scott's at High Point to get it powder coated.
We used to carry these by ourselves, Joe, remember? We can still carry it by ourselves.
Damn, Mike.
Powder coating it's just durable. It's better than paint. It's gonna last longer.
Hold on. That's the hard right there.
Quit it, man.
And it's easy. Send it off and bring it back and it's done.
Hey, Race, you grab us. Let's get a couple more of these.
Yeah.
You better put a loop-de-doo on that. Loop-de-doo it, man.
Here you go.
That's some Boy Scout right there, man. Hey, Race. Make sure this doesn't fall off the trailer, though.
I'll do my best.
Drive carefully, brother.
Frame's loaded. Trailer's ready. Race is waiting. I gotta go. So now with the fenders, I need to detach the inner fender from the fender itself. Look out, Blue. Look out, Blue. The new clearance panels that Caleb made for the A-arms, I need to just grind that down, prep it. The inside of the fenders and the inside of the actual inner fender, that'll all be prepped. And then you do a spray out.
Color matching is definitely an art form. There's so many variations, and red is in the family of those colors that are hard to match. I mean, if you're just barely off, you're going to see it panel to panel. A lot of times you got to blend it. You can spray these swatch panels, hold them out in the sun, look at it, try to match it, but until you get it on that panel, you're never really going to know how it's going to look. Getting it right is very tricky, and Tommy's a master of it. So I think you'll get it right on. Shouldn't be a problem for him.
I really like how it turned out.
So we got our St. Jude project here going on. We got a Chevy C10 hood that we're going to paint up for the auction. I think the hood's going to be a crowd pleaser. Yeah, so the first thing I'll do is just basically clean it. A couple little slight dings from the packaging when the thing was shipped. I think I can kind of work that out with a body hammer.
What would you do, Blue?
These hoods aren't perfect when they come. I mean, they may be brand new, but some of these body panels get beat up in the shipping, so they're always a little bit of work, but it's a lot easier than working on something that's all rusty and nasty and all the body work and priming and the steps I gotta go through. So I'll probably start with a silver base, a lot of metallic in there, and at that point, I'm just gonna start laying tape, see what happens.
So we tore down the seats in the 57 Bel Air, hoping everything's gonna be okay structurally. We did find one problem, the metal frame. We noticed it was a little funky. I think this has been in a wreck, apparently, because now that we've straightened this and got this structurally nice and tight and square, now it's still throwing off on the bottom. Took it all apart. Then we hook them back up to the bottom bases, and it was just like getting worse. After all the work we've done to this point, they're not gonna work.
So what you want to do?
we have a budget on this interior. I talked to the customer and he gave me an idea of what he wants to spend on it, and I agreed to it. I don't really have the money in the budget to buy a brand new set of seats, and I don't have time either. We gotta go find some seats that will work.
Now I got my C10 hood, got my flake on here, got it clear coated, got it color sanded. Now I'm starting to do my artwork on the St. Jude hood here. All right. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the logo. So they got Cruising Southern Style is the car club that puts on the event for St. Jude. I'll put their logo right in the middle of the hood. It'll be kind of ghosted in there with all the other graphics. I just like putting this paper on here. It helps me get it kind of laid out. I can sketch a little bit. Then when I'm comfortable moving forward, I'll just start trimming it out, and it'll make a perfect template. It's always fun doing artwork on something like this because it's a one-off thing. I can just kind of experiment and do what I want on here, and I really can't make a mistake. You know, a lot of times you do a car, you get one side all kind of laid out, and then it's all fun. But then now you got to go to the other side of the car and make it match it, and that's where it's not so much fun. So this is cool because it's just a one-off, you know, something to hang in somebody's garage. So I enjoy this kind of work right here.
So even like if I go to swap meets and all sorts of places, you run across seats. And so I found these a while back and they've been sitting up there waiting on some job. And here we are. But these are actually pretty decent seats. I think we can work with these for sure. So I'll strip these down to the bare foam. And then I will start modifying and reshaping any foam that needs to be rebuilt. I think the height will be good, so yeah, I'm kind of feeling better about it already, so we'll make it happen.
Oh, he's brought our frame back.
Hell yeah, it's a dang can.
Man, that's bad to the bone, right?
Just picked up our 57 Chevy frame.
Are we gonna go off to the side?
Somebody's gonna need a handoff.
I ain't scared. I ain't old.
I am old. Hold on, Kato, don't go nowhere.
You got
Yeah,
I told Joe 40 years ago there's gonna become a day.
just like this.
We ain't gotta carry these no more.
We got the frame back for the 57 from Powder Coat.
Sam, let's put the two tall guys on one end, the two short guys on the other.
I'm gonna probably start with the A-arm and stuff. I gotta press the ball joints and stuff back in.
Dang. They can lay it down. Hey, Nick, did you bring the rest of the pieces?
Yes.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Got a truck bed full of them.
Get them organized and then start assembling. I'll probably start in the front and work my way to the back.
Put everything on the frame. Control arms, coilovers, rear end, four-link, all that stuff.
So once I get everything assembled on this, it's a roller pretty much. I'll put the motor in.
Yeah, we'll definitely put the motor transmission in.
I'll probably put the gas tank, probably the exhaust.
And, you know, hopefully if all goes well, we don't have to trim anything. It'll just go right on. Go ahead, K-Dub, you're in charge. I'm gonna get back there.
I'm in charge?
So K-Dub and Dave got the frame back, powder coating.
Yep.
I don't know how close
let
I
me
am,
run
so I gotta
this.
get
This is your
started.
project.
Run this.
Got everything assembled, got the roller ready to go, and now we're getting ready to put the body back on the frame.
I'm in charge of the grounds now. You're in charge of lowering bodies on chassis.
You run that mic, it's got a calm, soothing effect. We're gonna put it down, hopefully everything goes well.
Me and K-Dub are gonna have to slide back here, so
Who's talking?
We're close in the front.
Somebody gonna learn today.
Well, we just gotta slowly lower the body down, be careful.
Somebody gonna
Get some learning.
Somebody gonna pay attention today.
The eyelets in the bushing gotta line up. Sometimes we use plumb bob, sometimes we just eyeball it.
Let's concentrate on the little red 57.
I am.
And it's carefully lowered down, make sure everything lines up good, and it'll be good to go.
He's telling me no, you're telling me yes. Who's not staying in their lane?
Really, the only thing you gotta watch out getting pinched at your fingers. Because we're lowering that thing around, moving bushings around, trying to line things up. You gotta watch those digits, boy.
I'm lined up pretty damn
I'm
good.
pretty close.
Are we coming all the way down or what?
Yep. Oh man, I got the bullseye going on right here, man.
We're in back
I'm lined
here.
up, man.
Damn.
That was way too easy, K-Dub.
Rob's seats foamed up. What we're doing now is we're just kind of a classic, somewhat simple design, kind of drawing it as I go. I still have to come in and add bolsters, and then so sometimes I'll draw my design on a flat surface before I add all my bolsters, because I might end up, beside adding thickness here, I may end up bringing it up at the top a little bit, and then having all this center section sunk in just a little bit. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I'm trying to keep it simple.
So I've got all my tape outs done on my hood for the St. Jude benefit. The style artwork I'm doing, I'm kind of simulating the old style lowrider art you see on the cars, where it's just all these crazy candy patterns. And so basically we're starting on top of a silver heavy metal flake. Candy's transparent, so when you put the candy on top of the silver, you'll see the silver flakes shining through it. So we can darken it, and we can lighten it. The candy essentially is just like colored window tint. The more you stack on, you're still gonna see through it, but it's gonna get darker. So we'll start with those patterns, and really just gonna kind of go with it and see how it turns out.
So we've got Rob's seats foamed up. We've got the design figured out. So everything's looking good. What we're doing now is we're cutting all the inserts out. We have to get all those parts and pieces ready and lay them out on the hide. And I'll glue them to my foam. And then I'm gonna start sewing down my stripe design. There's gonna be two different color leathers. There's going to be an accent color on the inserts of the seat where your back hit. It's going to be a little bit lighter, just a shade or two off. I've got the back just glued in place, and now we're going to set the bottom in. Get it all connected. Feeling really good about it.
So I've got the main color of the blue, the outline on my hood for the St. Jude benefit. A lot of times with this candy, you got to put layers and layers and layers. You start getting these big edges trying to get it to cover, but it's covering really well. It's looking good. Man, I'm digging it so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty confident in the color choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape the rest of this graphic. It's gonna get a blue outline around it. And at that point, it's just gonna be pulling tape off, taping the next color up. Just a lot of taping. So I like the first color. We've got a lot of multi-layering of colors to do, and it's kind of one of those things you really don't know what it's going to look like until you get all the tape pulled off. I'm just going to start adding different shades of blue. Going to put purple in there. Mix a little bit of the blue into the purple. That's kind of the whole look with this lowrider art. And so now I'm going to airbrush some shadows in here. I'll use the brush and start trying to achieve a shadow effect, a three-dimensional kind of a look. And then it's actually going to get a black border or some kind of a cool border around it. Being just a standalone art piece, that's what's going to catch somebody's eye. And when it's in the sun, it's just going to hopefully draw people over and want to, make them want to get their wallets out.
Keep it simple. Don't overthink this. Don't overthink this. We have Rob's 57 center console. We took a lot out of this car as far as the center console that was in there was pretty crappy.
Look at all the wood in it. Look at all the wood in it. I don't like wood consoles, man.
And it had like these ginormous switches for all the seats, and they just looked really weird.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that in the trash.
We're gonna put that in the burn pile.
Oh yeah, on fire.
So I'm trying to keep it simple and make a nice streamlined, pretty little console here. I started out with a base aluminum panel. First piece, it's made out of a 3/8 MDF. So I'm gonna do a little free hand cutting here. This is kind of my structure piece, and so I'm going to be adding components on to give different dimensions. Safety first. We'll make a center piece here that will be kind of sunk in. Just kind of give it a little bit of style, but nothing too crazy. I'll start cutting pieces, then you can step back and look at it. And sometimes it's like, that's not gonna work, so you gotta start over. We're almost to the point to where I can start covering parts and pieces. I've got sides, they'll be covered in the same leather as like the door panels and the seats. I have this cool accent panel that goes down the middle. We'll go over the shifter and it'll be covered in the lighter leather. Ta-da! Pretty.
I just finished painting my hood for St. Jude, and I got Tommy buffing it right now. So we're gonna put a slick job on it. Load that thing up, take to Louisiana, hope it makes some money.
And the place is the Paragon Casino.
Oh man, we gonna have buffets there.
Oh, buffets like you wouldn't believe.
I don't gamble, but I do buffets.
Papa, hope you bring some good mojo and we get some money for this
Don't
hood.
get that hood. That hood is very beautiful.
We might even have a kissing booth set up for you.
I'm ready to bring. Joe, I'm ready to bring my suitcase to have a nightclub in there.
You bringing your suit and your hat?
I bring my hat on. It's over. It's over.
Your pimping hat.
Everybody knows when I put my hat on, I'm going in for the kill. I'm going in for the kill. I'm going in for the kill.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
We just got a bunch of wires that look like this. You can't see it, but it's like a tornado of wires underneath here. Yeah, I was just gonna see if I could see where that was going to. All the wires, they were just kind of thrown in it. Goes into a mess of wires. Now, right now, it's very puzzling because it's kind of botched together. It's hard for me to look at it. I can't even understand what's going on until I straighten it all out. Don't need that. Don't need these. Don't need that. A lot of people like big bucks because they have a lot of torque. I can find out where that goes. That's the main focus, to get it, all the wires laid in the car. So I'm just redoing them, taking them all apart, and gonna put them back in kind of nicely like they're supposed to be. Well, today we're lucky enough to be down here in Louisiana at the Cruising Southern Style Car Show.
Come here, Blue.
I'm walking around checking out some cars, headed to the booth. We got our hood up for auction.
What's going on, fellas?
Damn, Papa, you just getting up?
Well, you know, I gotta start my day. I gotta check out the food first. I'll taste test you. What we got back here, Joe?
Papa, you didn't see my hood yet.
Come on, Papa, get in there and take a look at it.
Cool thing about this car show, it's also a benefit.
Ooh, Joe, you outdid yourself again.
There's a lot of people that donate items. There's other people that do pieces of artwork. You'll see all kinds of really cool stuff there.
There you go.
Damn, Pump.
We're gonna raise some big money for St. Jude's.
I'm pretty sure every single person here has walked up and checked the hood out.
We did this little hood right here, Joe painted that thing.
Really, the anticipation is all building for the auction.
Our opening bid at $500. Who give me five? I got $500 bid looking for 1,000.
Come on.
Come on, come on.
You want to see your item bring the most money?
1,500 looking for 2,000. Well, auctioneer did a pretty good job. 3,500 looking for 4. 3,550 looking for 4. If I was up there, 4,000 looking for 5. 3 times. I think I could have got a little bit more. So, right there.
Well, I think the auction went really good. $4,000, and then we had a Viper chair
Now they're looking for 1,000 once.
with the Martin Brothers logo on it that brought a lot of money too.
Sold right here.
Damn.
$1,400.
I'm so glad that it went to the people that it went to.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
When I get my heart set on something, I'm taking it to the house.
Thank you. For me, it's a win-win, and hopefully somebody will enjoy it hanging on the wall.
Check out Papa's kissing booth next year, then we can raise even more money.
Man, that's way better than it was, Ken. We're getting ready to fire up this big block in the 57 Bel Air. Well, damn, Ken, you did a hell of a job, man. Pretty excited. Ken's been rewiring everything today. He's kind of buttoning everything up. Hopefully it fires up. First crack in the key, fired right up, sounds great. Oh man, it's way better. Now we're gonna hear this thing with the new exhaust on there.
Man, it's not coming out by your ear.
Yeah. Damn. Sound like a new car.
Done.
Rob Moon's gonna be over the moon. We're gonna change his name to Rob Over the Moon. So you get interior in this thing, get the wheels on it, clean it up, and it's ready to go down the road.
You got the lugs, KD?
So we just got our new wheels in for the 57 Bel Air.
You can be the lug man.
The love.
Yeah. First thing we're gonna do is get the car on the lift. We'll jack it up. Put the wheels on. Look at that, fellas. Look at that.
That's back to the bone.
You know what we need to do now?
Wait, do it on, let it on the ground.
Let the car on the ground.
This car's been need this for about
20 years.
I've been sitting there watching it sit up there for 5 years.
Oh, you know what? We need to put the push and do on it out here. Man.
Are we gonna roll it back or no?
Man, hell yeah, we're gonna look at it. We're very excited.
It's still heavy.
Damn, it sure is. We got the tires mounted. You ever see what this car looks like? Check out the stance. Come on now.
You remember what it looked like when you come in?
Come on now, look at that. Looks great. What an improvement, man.
What did you say earlier? Been needing that for 20 years.
This car's been needing a makeover for 20.
For 20, it's like a 20-year late.
You never get tired of looking at a car, especially when the stance is right.
That's badass.
It is, man. Next thing we'll do is get the interior in this thing and take it for a ride.
That's nice, isn't it? That's sweet.
We're getting ready for the owner, Rob, to come in and check this car out. It's definitely one of those things where, you know, we didn't change the paint. We just corrected the whole attitude of the car. Mainly improvements underneath the car.
I'm really excited that we got to change those seats out. We tried to mock them up, they didn't work, so we got new seats. Fit really well. Center console turned out super slick. Back seat was a pain in the butt as always. I think that car, I think it's perfect. I think it looks great.
Aside from a few touch-ups, the fender wells on this car, we really didn't have to do any paint work to it. But it's amazing what a new cut and buff will do to this thing. This whole paint job will come alive. I think Rob's really gonna notice the difference on this thing, especially when he gets behind the wheel of it.
Reveal days are like holidays.
In what way?
I don't know. I said that without thinking about it.
How you doing, man?
I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know, man. Good to see you, man.
See you, hey, Blue.
Today's a big day. Rob Moon's actually coming in to see his 57 for the first time in like 8 or 9 months. Hey, Rob, how's it going?
You too.
So, man, are you excited, Rob?
I can't wait. I haven't seen the car in basically a year.
But what are the things you remember about the car, Rob, that you didn't like?
Well, that went above 40 miles an hour, it almost fall apart.
Oh! Me and Caleb took a ride at it
Yeah.
before we took it apart. And it was kind of scary. When I first drove this car, it was just all over the road, and it was shaking.
A little wobbly.
It is, man. I really didn't want to go over 50 miles an hour in this thing. You know, great bones to begin with.
Yep.
But you're going to love the new bones, man.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's always nerve-wracking when the customer sees the car for the first time.
Look at that girl.
So just to see the look on his face when it came around the corner.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think, man?
Ah, I'm in love.
He says, oh, man.
I am in love. Look at those ribs.
Look at the ribs.
Oh my god, that nice, beautiful stance. Holy cow.
How about that stance, man?
Oh my goodness. This car is incredible. It leans just the way Joe envisioned it would lean. Oh man, Justin. Oh, I love that shifter, Joe.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
It's pretty exciting for everybody. This car came in. I don't think interior was like in his top priority, really.
What do you think of that console and stuff? Isn't that cool?
Spectacular.
The center console that was in there, it was just built with a lot of crappy plywood and then stitched and then kind of covered.
Isn't that killer?
Justin did great, huh?
He did, man. So, I mean, the big block was so fitting in there.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the motor in this car was a GM Performance 502 big block. Yeah, everything was really clean to begin with. So we did a little tuning on the motor, made it run a little better.
All right, ready? Here we go.
It still has a very throaty, muscular sound, but it purrs.
Indicator.
Well, you remember the exhaust came out the side?
Yes, yeah.
So it's like right in your ear.
Yeah. So you still get that muscly sound.
You
but
do.
It doesn't purr.
You get that classic big block sound, but now it's, you know, stainless exhaust.
You know, I love those things. They sound good, they run good, keep them cool, and they're badass.
And this right out of the box makes, you know, plenty of usable horsepower.
And I'm not a welder and I'm not a welding expert, but all those welds look really tight. It was pretty shoddy work underneath what once you got in there.
But now, you can go 100 miles an hour comfortably.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I do burnouts on
You can do burnout. He'll do some killer burnouts, man. Speaking of which, you want to take a ride?
Yeah. This road is perfect to test drive your renovated car. It can go very, very fast. Really nice pickup. 0 to 80 pretty quickly. It's a nice corner to test this frame out in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Wow. Effortless. Effortless. Step on the brakes a little bit and see how we do. Oh yeah. Nice. No pull at all. No pull.
Rob, he took his drive and stuff. He got back. I think we're all good.
Dude,
Isn't it cool?
it goes 0 to 80 very quickly.
It does.
And you don't move.
He's happy. We're happy. It's a good story.
Well, Caleb, the man that piloted it up here, he did most of the fab work on it.
Caleb,
Nice to meet you.
I love it, man. I hope you're proud of it.
Oh, I am.
He's very proud of it.
It's like a brand new car. It's just nice and smooth.
You just can't deny it, looking at that stance and those wheels tucked in there and that sound. You know, I would have to say Rob Moon was over the moon.
I'm so happy, Joe.
I think you got a lot of fun in it.
You know, I've always been a 55 man, but I told you I'd damn sure take this car in a minute. Thank you.
I'm having a great time out here in the St. Juice event.
This is one of your, I mean, he's been waiting on you. He's one of your most loyal fans.
That's okay. So many people out here come and support St. Jude's, and everybody loves Martin Brothers. Appreciate it. You see America, see what they do to me? That was a good one. They got me good.
बोलिए नाथों की नाथ की भैया दतूरा भोले के हावे ये मुख्य
customer, Rob Moon.
Oh yeah. I love the way it looks. Like the front end will literally bounce from left to right like a typewriter.
We better go to work.
I would like the car to be as good underneath as it looks on its exterior.
You remember what it looked like when you come in?
Come on now, look at that.
Everybody knows when I put my hat on, I'm going in for the kill. I'm going in for the kill.
So every year we have a car show we like to donate to.
Well, we have 2 weeks to not only find what we're going to donate, but Joe also has to get it ready and painted.
$500. So give me five. I got $500 bid looking for 1,000.
Want to see your item bring the most money?
Come on, K-Dub, let's build the exhaust today.
Don't scratch the paint, don't be clipping wire. Dude, we are so close. Rob Moon's gonna be over the moon. Want to see it?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm Joe Martin. I've been building cars and bikes since I was just a little kid. My team hunts down rusted wrecks.
Are we gonna work today, Joe, or what?
We knock out the ugly and put in the cool. And turn these buckets of rust into street art. This is Iron Resurrection. This 57 Chevy Bel Air belongs to a new customer of ours, Rob Moon. It's a nice looking car, man.
So we got us a red 57.
Yeah, hard top.
So when I got it, it had a big, beautiful engine in it, beautiful paint job, but it was almost undrivable.
Oh. Me and Caleb took a ride in it before we took it apart.
A little wobbly. It is, man.
And it's kind of scary.
The car would literally bounce all over the road when you drove it. It would get your heart racing.
Damn. When we came in, the back half of this frame had been narrowed and chopped up. Hey, look at the body, man. The welds look a little iffy.
I'm surprised Chad can even look at it.
Do you think any part of that weld penetrated? The frame definitely wasn't up to snuff.
Man,
We were driving
that's
like
not
this,
good.
man. Look at that.
You guys are lucky to be alive.
So we just decided to swap out the old frame.
It's going to roll now. Whew. Game over.
Kato finished up the metal work on this 57, mainly in the back end where everything was kind of butchered up. One of the upgrades of this 57 is this thing's getting a new exhaust. So Kato's gonna fabric new stainless steel, get it tucked up by the frame. The car will be able to ride low with the exhaust tucked up in there. And the sound of the stainless, I can't wait to hear it.
Come on, Kato.
I'm getting ready to do the exhaust on this 57.
Get right on, baby.
As you can see, I kind of started on this back part already. And I did this side first, and then I'll finish this side so it matches that side.
Man, forget what it was.
Mess up the concentration, right?
No, I'm not gonna mess with it.
We're gonna keep the big block 502 in this thing.
Look at all the chrome.
That's kind of badass, actually.
502.
502.
Nice.
Seems to be a perfect fit for this car. It's gonna still sound mean, but with the new exhaust, it's definitely gonna have cleaner sound. And definitely K-Dub's welding job is going to be a bigger improvement from what we saw previously.
Chad, he's been talking all day, man.
I'm trying to do my best impersonation of Mike Z.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to talk as much as you talk today.
Hey, man, it feels pretty good, don't it?
I'm tired of
Come on, K-Dub, let's build the exhaust today.